I need to introduce myself as a learner. I think I am mixed between a digital native and a digital immigrant. All right, I grew up in the 80s and went to school, high school in the 90s, college in the 90s, and I experienced the transition of technology. I was able to appreciate the convenience of technology, right? When I grew up, we had one device, a Walkman for our music, one device for taking pictures, and it was a Polaroid, and you had to shake the film and wait for it, and here it is. So I grew up monitoring the transition or observing the transition from inconvenient technology to convenient technology. So I consider myself a digital immigrant, but as well, I do consider myself a digital native. I learn best through trial and error. The more mistakes I make, the faster I learn. They say fail means first attempt in learning. So I'm not afraid to fail. I'm not afraid to make mistakes. I enjoy failing, honestly. I enjoy making as many mistakes as I possibly can because that shortens the learning curve. So I'm hands-on, and I like to take risk when I learn, um, and I like to experience learning in a variety of different ways. My overall reaction to the difficulty or ease of using new software, I look at new software as like a game, whether if it was on an old system like the Atari, the Nintendo, the Genesis, the PlayStation. I look at new software as an opportunity to learn something new. Yeah, it's difficult, it's frustrating, just like playing a new game. As a video editor, I'm often introduced to new software. Uh, hi, konnichiwa. The info from Mod1 readings or the learning objectives that influenced my perspective on the use of new software was that of Prinsky's article about digital natives and digital immigrants. That really enlightened me on what I actually am. Also, the article entitled "The Trouble with Digital Natives." That really gave me some insight on how I think as a digital learner. I'm often using new technology products in my classroom environment. I teach Shore Start, pre-kindergarten, preschool, and parents, administrators, district personnel are often surprised by the amount of technology I introduce my children to and how they are able to access the technology. I teach 4 and 5-year-olds, and they know how to create pictures, create a variety of stories using various types of learning tools. I also use assessment tools, digital assessment tools in the classroom as well to help enhance my instruction and also to enhance learning. I use products like right now, in the new year, I just introduced my classroom to the A.C.E device, which is a device associated with the iPad. A variety of apps that are used for learning to help reinforce beginning sounds, ending sounds, letter recognition, number recognition, and sight words. In the classroom, I have a variety of ESL students. They're from a variety of different nations, so I do not limit myself when it comes to video tools or technical tools associated with digital instruction. I do have some children that are on IEPs, that do require special needs. But once again, I do not limit what they can do. I let them show me their limitations. So I introduce it to them and have them interact with it, have them make the mistakes that I would normally make and that I expect for them to make as children, and to learn from their mistakes. And as their teacher, I help assist them through the process. In the creation of this video, I really feel like a digital native versus an immigrant. This is what I'm very comfortable doing. I'm not comfortable being in front of the camera. I'm more comfortable being behind the camera, interviewing people, editing, creating a story that my audience will enjoy to look at. So I do consider myself to be a digital native when it comes to videography.